Welcome to episode 28 of Pausing in the Prophets. Today we're looking at a little longer passage than normal. Isaiah 3, verses 16 all the way to the end of the chapter, verse 26. And Isaiah writes, "Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are proud, and walk with heads held high and seductive eyes, and go along with mincing steps, and tinkle the bangles on their feet, therefore the Lord will afflict the scalp of the daughters of Zion with scabs, and the Lord will make their foreheads bare. In that day the Lord will take away the beauty of their anklets, headbands, crescent ornaments, dangling earrings, bracelets, veils, headdresses, ankle chains, sashes, perfume boxes, amulets, finger rings, nose rings, festal robes, outer tunics, cloaks, money purses, hand mirrors, undergarments, turbans, and veils. Now it will come about that instead of sweet perfume there will be putrefaction. Instead of a belt, a rope. Instead of well-set hair, a plucked-out scalp. Instead of fine clothes, a donning of sackcloth. And branding instead of beauty. Your men will fall by the sword, and your mighty ones in battle. And her gates will lament and mourn, and deserted she will sit on the ground." Judgment is not confined to one sex. Well, certainly in that society, men were the leaders. They were the priests. They were the kings. They were the ones directly leading to the injustice and unrighteousness by both their behavior and their example. The whole culture was affected and had turned away from God. And so the women were more concerned with outer beauty than with inner righteousness. And so in the same way that the Lord would overturn the power structures of men, the Lord will overturn the things the women of that day were chasing as well. They'll have a rope, assumedly used to carry one off into captivity. That rope would replace a beautiful belt. A bare scalp would replace a beautiful head of hair. See, when a culture abandons God, it's not just about the powerful. From the greatest to the least, from men to women, everyone gets caught up in looking out for self, promoting self, when the foundation of God's ways is abandoned. When the foundation of God is gone, we have to make our own way. And that faulty foundation might look like a sword wielding power unjustly, or a sash worn to entice or be noticed. With things both fearful and frivolous, mankind is capable of sinning. While there's nothing wrong with either a sword or a sash in and of themselves, when used for personal gain alone, each can invite judgment. The women mirror the selfishness of their true mother, Jerusalem, as we see in the last verse, who has ultimately abandoned God.